This may not sound like the jingle bells you normally hear this time of year, but to Robert Ortiz, it couldn't sound any better. In June, he was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. He knew he'd eventually need a wheelchair ramp.
My legs are getting weaker, tend to fall. And I had my neighbor works with a company that's building the ramp.
Robert, his wife Amy, and his children had nowhere to turn. The ramp was too expensive. So Tyler Building Company decided it would donate the ramp for Robert.
It's touching. It really is. I mean, here's a 19-year-old boy, young man that it's always been helpful to me.
This ramp started coming together because of the thoughtfulness of a friend. And now Mr. Ortiz will have a gift that he can't fit under his Christmas tree. Will Skeeter is that friend. He's been Robert's neighbor more than 10 years.
I almost view him as if he was a dad. Like, if I ever needed anything, I'd just come over here, spend countless hours with him. So he's a pretty important guy to me.
And Will Tyler says his company normally doesn't have projects they do for free, but there's plenty of compensation for this ramp.
Just to see the look on his face is you know, rewarding. I mean, he can, you know, he gets a little choked up kind of just when he says thank you and all.
But Robert says he can't be thankful enough.
Now that I see that they're doing all this work out there, it's very touching.
Tony Hurst, WBOC News. The Corbin Library in Crisfield has been serving the community more than 80 years, but a new library is on the way, something Craig Franklin is looking forward to.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for the community. I mean, you know, to get the kids something more to do, and it'll be a little bit bigger, and they'll have more room.
And whether new or old, some say libraries are necessary.
I like the quaint old building, and I like to hold on to history, but I'd still go to the library because they're important.
Jennifer Rank is library director for Somerset County. She thinks people will be excited about the new project. There will be much more space, better technology, and it will better serve the community and hopefully not cost them a lot.
What the library board is looking to do is to raise funds through grants, foundations, so that we reduce the cost to the community. On one hand, some people say opening a new library is like opening a new book. But on the other hand, some people say a new library isn't needed.
Carolyn Marquise owns a bed and breakfast right behind the old library and prefers the current location just be expanded. She feels the new location may not be safe for children to walk to.
With kids texting or talking to each other, are they going to be safe in crossing a dual lane highway?
And many say the current library and its location are just fine.
Personally, I'm happy with the library where it is. I love the location because I live in close proximity to it.
Mike Silvers comes to Viva Espresso in Salisbury to relax and get his work done. Mike has developed a 3D app for the iPad and iPad 2. He says it all started a few months ago.
I met with Matt Raymond, who is the former communications director at the Library of Congress, and he had an idea for 3D imaging for the Civil War and for points in history. So we thought it'd be a really neat idea if we could take this 3D, this app, and turn it into like a book for the history of the Civil War.
From there, Mike got to work and wrote the program for the iPad and iPad 2. The images he uses are sent to him ready for 3D. He just has to tackle the task of writing the program.
It was really a neat way to say, you know, here is, you know, history, and here it is, you're turning these pictures and turning these pages, and it's just like a book, but it's got an enhanced piece to it.
History books aren't always the best page turners, but Mike and Matt have come up with an interesting way to look at it. And let's be honest, 3D, that's pretty cool. Mike says there are plans for future apps as well.
Right now, we've got these two initial phases, and then I know there's going to be a Gettysburg. You know, there's going to be the major battles there will be. We want to really try and make it so that you have both the North and the South view.
A cool, unique way to look into the past.